Today, crews in Pittsfield responded to reports of a basement fire on Preston Avenue. When fire officials arrived on scene, they saw heavy smoke coming from the basement and first floor of the home. When crews entered the building, they noticed the fire coming from an area by the washer and dryer that had spread across the ceilings and walls. Officials say it took nearly 40 minutes to get the fire under control. No injuries have been reported. The cause of the fire was determined to be accidental and linked to the clothes dryer.